Working as a journalist in Namibia means a lot of traveling to get to stories. And at these very same stories, I have met hundreds, if not thousands of people from all walks of life. I have traveled with senior government officials, conservationists, diplomats, prominent sports personalities to mention a few. But the people I encountered recently at the 15th annual Omaruru Spar Cycle Challenge, I will remember for many years. I arrived early at the open space next to the Central Hotel in Omaruru's Main Street on the morning of 9 February in anticipation of the cycle challenge. The normally sleepy town was a beehive of activity as hundreds of cyclists began arriving to prepare their bicycles for the race. As always, I took note of the cars arriving to get an indication of where the cyclists had traveled from to participate in this event. One car which really stood out was a grey Toyota sedan with a Windhoek registration. What is so significant about that? Well, what made this car significant was the big P91 number on its doors. Totally normal on the streets of Windhoek, but somewhat out of place on the streets of Omaruru. Number P91 and the taxi owner's details on the side of the car were crossed out with black sellotape. But most intriguing of that picture was the bicycle rack attached to the back of the taxi, with racing and mountain bikes secured onto it. The taxi's doors open and out climbed 4 cyclists dressed in road race attire. That was when I realized how much value Namibians attach to their sports. I just had to ask taxi driver Nathaniel Kaponda how it came about that he took on the route much longer than what he encounters on a daily basis.
Okay, the thing is that I used to work for the organization that all behind the cyclists. And the director of Physical Active Youth, Marijan, approached me and asked me if I can help transport a cyclist to Omaruru. And I decided, let me just do it for the sake of the community and then for the sake of the cyclists. And we came all the way from Windhoek to Omaruru.
What was the people's reaction when they see a taxi with bicycles on the way to Omaruru?
People first were laughing at me and they were surprised. But then to me, I thought, I really don't care, but I just want to bring them safe to Omaruru.
The riders took part under the flag of the Physical Active Youth Organization. In the end, it was all worthwhile, as some of the cyclists he transported to the race received trophies for their performance. So, after all was said and done, and the terrain cleared of promotional banners, timekeeping equipment and bicycles loaded onto vehicles, and most participants, officials and spectators disappeared in the luxury of their vehicles, then only did I realize how some athletes will do everything in their power to become that athlete who might represent Namibia on the international sports arena in future. And as long as there are people like Tati Kaponda, I can only see a bright future for the athletes from townships across Namibia.